Welcome back to an informal behind the scenes episode of the PA is in, all about time. How we see it and how we place value on it, and how being burned out changes our ability to be present and in that moment in time. I was reminded recently that between when our kiddos are born and when they turn 18, we have specifically 940 Saturdays. Sounds like a lot, right? Almost 1,000 opportunities to spend the day with them or schlepping them to soccer practice if your sports and social calendar is anything like ours. Before they reach quote unquote maturity at 18 and head out into the world for college, work, and life beyond living in our home as little kids. But is it? Is 940 Saturdays actually a lot of days? Especially if we spend them distracted, rushing, unhappy, and unsettled ourselves? Probably not. When I start to think about that, it doesn't feel like enough. If you are burned out, unfocused, and not showing up in the world as who you want to be, you could literally have all the time in the world to connect with the people in your life who matter most, and it wouldn't feel like enough time. One other thing that I've noticed about time is how we tend to value it more at the end or when a deadline is approaching. Say your kid is about to leave for college and we're looking at this last month of Saturdays, 4 more Saturdays before they move into their dorm. We're going to look at them differently. We're going to savor them and cherish them differently than the weekends we did in the middle of their childhood where we didn't feel that looming deadline approaching. I do this journal prompt each morning that you might find helpful if you're struggling with being present or focused on any given moment. Each morning when I'm doing my journaling, I answer the question, if I could do today twice, what would I do differently? So if you had two chances to live today, what would you choose to change the second time around? If you get to the end of the today and you could look back on today and improve your day, your interactions, and your experiences, how would you improve it? If you answer that question in the morning, then you can, as you move throughout the day, look for opportunities to do just that, to change and improve before you do it the first time around. Integrating this prompt into my morning journal practice has changed the way that I look forward and move through my days. Also, it's easier for me now because I am not burned out anymore. If that's you, if you're in a season that is hard and is fraught with burnout, big changes, stressors, and exhaustion, I am here for you. In fact, just a few years ago, I was there with you in the trenches, walking through the darkest, hardest season of my life when I was burned out. If you're feeling burned out, here is an important reminder that I want to share with you. Even though you're burned out, you can recover. You can get your spark back. You can remember what it's like to wake up excited about the day in front of you. You can love your life and show up well for yourself and stop wasting your time being distracted and feeling empty. But if you are burned out, you have to remember that healing takes time and change can feel so incredibly slow. It's important to remember that forward progress, even inching forward one little step at a time, one good Saturday at a time, one focused moment at a time, is still progress. I want to remind you that burnout, stress, depression, anxiety, and overwhelm are not your fault. These things result from ongoing stress that is more than we can handle, which is a definition of working in healthcare if I've ever heard it. Those stressors are placed on us by a healthcare system that doesn't see us as people, but treats us like resources that are dispensable and replaceable. I want to remind you that even if you're burned out, taking time to eat, sleep, rest, and heal your nervous system and your relationships is necessary to recover from that burnout. If you are feeling burned out, and empty and unfocused, you are not alone. You are not broken and you are not beyond repair. That state of your mind, whether or not you are burned out, that mindset and this place that we are in mentally, they have such a huge impact on the way that you see the time that you have and how you choose to spend that time. Each moment you get to choose your mindset. Those moments can pass you by, or you can focus, be present and intentional, and stretch them into fat, meaningful minutes. You can change your mindset and make memories instead. Intentionality is powerful. So here's the reminder that you are the captain of your own intentions. Set them wisely. This behind the scenes episode was adapted from an email that I sent my email inbox besties. It's this group of PAs just like you who are on a mission to improve their lives and strive towards that unicorn PA status. If you want to get encouraging emails like this one in your inbox, head to tracybingaman.com/email. I will link it in the show notes and I will add you to my list of PA best friends so that when I send something out like this, when I release a new episode, when I share something that might be moving or powerful to you or pertinent to negotiations or recovery or burnout or boundaries, that you are the first to know. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time on The PA is In.